Breakout. According to Google, a forcible escape, especially from prison, or denoting a group which breaks away from a larger gathering for discussion, whatever the fuck that means. But in the NBA, when we use the term breakout, it pretty much means we're starting to see a player either starting to reach his potential, or a player that is starting to play outside of his limits, in which no one really saw coming. Last year, we saw the likes of Buddy Hield, Pascal Siakam, and D'Angelo Russell all have breakout years, and all solidify their role as great NBA players. Who will be the next crop of players that will finally leave their marks on the league? Let's get into that right now. And just before we actually do get into that right now, if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to drop your boy in a like and a subscription. We're on that road to 1,000 subs. You know, you can help with that road to 1,000 subs. All you gotta do is press that sub button. That's only if you enjoy it though. But if you don't, who cares? Let's get into the video right now. Out of all the 5 players I have on the list, I'll probably see Brandon Ingram as the best chance of having all-star potential. We saw when he was at the Lakers, he would always show encouraging flashes, showing everyone why he was the second pick in the 2016 NBA draft. In 52 games last season, Ingram averaged just about 19 points a game, but after the all-star break, we started to see Ingram really take off. It was only 6 games, but he did go on to average 28 points per game, so it was super small volume in games, but it's enough to show he is capable of being the number 1 scoring option. His defense, it's average, only having a 108.8 defensive rating, but he'll probably get better as time goes on. Especially now he's in New Orleans, he's not playing with a certain LeBron James, so we'll probably see a better season out of him this year because he'll probably be a more vocal point of the offense, you'd think. He just has to stay consistent with his play really, and his free throw percentage, it's pretty shocking. I don't have the stats on me right now, I put a screenshot up, is it in the 60s? I'm fairly sure it is. So he has to improve on that, stay consistent with his play. We see him go off after the All-Star break. If he can use that same production during the whole season, then he'll be a terror in the league for years to come. Another thing with Ingram, he has to stay durable. The last 2 seasons he's played like 59 games and then 52 last year. So if he can stay durable, consistent, then maybe we might be able to start comparing him to Kevin Durant. But for now, it's not close. I do see all-star potential in him though, and I do think he will have a breakout year. When Goran Dragic got injured for a few months last season, Winslow replaced him as the starting point guard in the Heat lineup. Winslow was drafted with the 10th pick in 2015, but he never really showed a whole lot in his first 3 seasons. We saw defensive potential in his rookie season, but in his sophomore season, he would only go on to play 18 games, which stunted his growth. But last season, we saw Winslow have his most productive season yet. He had a career high in points, assists, tied his rebound career average, and a new best defensive rating with 107.6. Already being an elite defender, and now be able to shoot as well, evident by nearly 40% from 3 of the last 2 seasons, we may see Winslow even have a better year next year. It all depends on Eric Spoelstra and who he decides to roll with as the main point guard, whether it be Winslow or Dragic. Personally, I hope Winslow starts point guard, but I guess we'll have to see come opening night. If he is the starting point guard, I see him having a breakout year. If he's off the bench or starts small forward, then I don't think we'll see a breakout season from Winslow. Isaac is a super interesting prospect. Being 6'10", he already has a super high motor, he's athletic, he's fast, and seems to be developing a nice jump shot. Last season, we saw improvements from all around his stats from his rookie season. He averaged a new career high in points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and defensive rating. He did only shoot 32% from 3 last season, but after the All-Star break, he did go on to shoot a cool 38%. So the potential for him to be a great stretch 4, or perhaps even a nice point forward, it's certainly there. His defense did get worse from his rookie season, with his defensive rating going from 101 to 107, but even so, that's still average at the worst, so nothing to stress about there. He just has to stay consistent with his play for him to fully grasp his potential. Having a unique skill set at that height isn't common, so if Isaac can develop well, he could be at an all-star level one day. Might sound crazy to hear that now, but just remember, before Siakam averaged 17 last season, he did only average 7 points a year before. That's what makes the NBA so great, when an unexpected player goes on to play beyond his limit and pretty much go crazy with it. So Jonathan Isaac, I can see having a nice breakout season from him, Especially when you put Fultz in there as well. Hey, they might be a nice young duo. Who knows? I guess we'll see. In a preseason game against the Houston Rockets on October the 7th, Murray would get a season-ending ACL injury to his right knee, causing him to miss the rest of the season. Which was a big shame, because I actually really like Murray a lot. I feel like his potential is through the roof, and could very well be the next elite two-way player. His offensive game isn't quite as polished yet, but he's already shown great potential as the best defensive guard in the league, evident by being the youngest player to ever make an all-defensive first team. In his last healthy season in 2017-18, Murray had an amazing 98.7 defensive rating and has already been said to improve the jump shot while rehabbing. So all signs are looking good ahead of Dejounte ahead of the 2019-20 season, and I pray we can see him healthy. He is already a menace defensively, but if he's said to improve the jump shot like people are saying, then hey, we might be looking at the next elite two-way player. I just pray he's healthy. It'll be so fun to watch him again. He was so fun to watch in 2017-18 season. And also he's a very good rebounder for a guard as well. So could be Mr. Triple-Double one day. Has to improve his court vision a bit. But yeah, either way, will be very fun to see Mr. Murray perform next year. A common trend that you probably saw on this list was the infusion of youth on it. Brandon Ingram, Justice Winslow, Dejounte Murray, and Jonathan Isaac were all between 21 to 23 years of age. Jonas Valanciunas may be 27, but like fine wine, he looks to be getting better with age. For the last few years, he's averaged 12 points and 8 rebounds, but once he got traded to the Memphis Grizzlies on deadline day, he went off. In his 19 games as a Grizzly, Jonas averaged 20 points, 11 rebounds, and nearly 2 blocks a game. Next season, he'll be playing with the likes of Jaren Jackson Jr., Jamal Murray, so low-key, when you think about it, they could be a nice fun team to watch. Perhaps a full preseason with Taylor Jenkins and the rest of the team could give Jonas an all-star appearance? Who thought we'd be saying that a year ago? Not me, certainly. It is nice to see Valanciunas go off, and it really does show how a different team can really bring out the best in a player, so I hope he can average 20 and 10 again. Will be fun to see Jamal Murray get the best out of him. So that's going to be it for me, guys. I do believe all 5 of these players will take a huge leap next season. Granted, they stay healthy, so definitely keep an eye on them. If you did go on to enjoy the video, please leave a like and a subscription, and help me out on the big grind to the road to 1,000 subs. Till next time, fellas. Peace.